Games like FIFA have ruled the soccer gaming sector for years, with little to no competition. Sure, blips on the radar have risen to prominence and put their own spin on the sport, especially like games like Rocket League. But there was no one-for-one soccer game fans could sink their teeth into. That was up until developer Slowclap released Rematch, which over recent weeks has climbed to the top of the gaming charts at a very impressive rate. While Rematch offers up an environment and gameplay loop that will have soccer fans jumping out of their seat when they score a game-winning goal, there is still a lot of work ahead before the game could take home the cup. But with all that being said, let's give our first impressions to Rematch in this Game Sandwich video. Rematch is a soccer game at its core, but what stands out to me is how movement is handled within this game. Players can zip around the pitch with ease and change direction on a dime when in pursuit of their target. When the ball is in your possession, things can get a little unpredictable with the ball, especially as it's escaping you after being slide tackled by an opponent. Shooting and passing are the aspects of Rematch that require the utmost precision, and what I found to take a few matches to get more comfortable with. One thing that did stand out to me the most through my time with Rematch was my ability to control the curve on the ball when taking those long-range shots. I feel this adds more ways to position yourself on the field and make the goalkeeper sweat it out in a one-on-one scenario, especially since he may have to consider passes to teammates and ricochets off the wall. Now, speaking of passing on the other hand is a little more hit or miss, with a requirement to have a clear line of sight to your teammate. I often found it near impossible to pass to any teammates accurately, especially on those breakaway runs. Some improvements that could be made here is a ball lock feature or a strict passing lane input, which would remove some of the finer adjustments you do need to make in the game that's already fast-paced and chaotic enough. Now that we've talked about the gameplay mechanics, let's talk about the thing we all care about, and that's how you look. Like many other modern online games, a battle pass is present within Rematch, but when talking about the creation suite, it's pretty standard issue. But I did eventually cave and I couldn't turn down the opportunity to craft my own soccer uniform with a matching home and away set. Soccer pitches can also be customized here, but from what I gathered in my short time with the game, those customization items can only be earned via the season pass. But what I do enjoy about these field transformations is they do take full advantage of that Rematch art style they opted to go with, which does include those vibrant colors that make the environment and its players really pop off the screen. But this is a double-edged sword at the end of the day, mainly because I wish they stuck around a while longer, since they only really kick in after a short amount of time, especially after you score a goal. And I do feel a cool aspect that could be worked into the game is, whenever you're getting down to crunch time, the fields that players selected could duel it out in the background, and clash with each other depending on who controls the ball and the scoreboard. Now, let's get into the final thoughts. Rematch is a game that I had very low expectations for, mainly because soccer isn't really a sport I follow. But I am very happy to report that looking back on my time with Rematch, my expectations were met and then some. Personally, this game scratched my itch for an action-packed soccer game a lot better than any FIFA game ever could. I also firmly believe Rematch can heavily lean into the arcade style and implement fun and exciting new game modes that will keep players coming back for more in the future. At the end of the day, the ball is in Slowclap's court when it comes to consistent content being added to the game, which I do feel will give it legs in the long run. But if you happen to enjoy today's video and want more gaming content just like this, keep it locked to Game Sandwich for all your gaming news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.